Yo, what's good, guys? Back on the live stream. Like I told you guys, I don't currently have any flour, but I was actually going to shoot a video with Nicole today. We got some stuff that I think is good, kind of for I guess couples could do it or just something fun to do while you smoke or something like that. So I think she actually might be getting some weed today. So we'll see how that goes. But to start out, I will be hitting a few dabs out of the puff coat this morning. I do want to stay pretty efficient. I do want to stay pretty efficient, so I'm not going to take a shit ton of dabs, but I'll take a couple with you guys. What's good, Jay? What's good, Slow DK? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Last night after I did go to the concert, I had a few in here, or I put a dab in here, and I don't think I finished it, so I should be able to hit last night's dab out of the puff coat currently. What's good, Brian? Good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you guys have been having a fun week overall. I've been having a pretty good week. A little bit stressful, but overall good. Shit. I heard Texas is iced over again. Hope you guys down in Texas or down in the South, wherever you're at, if there's ice, hope you're safe. Hope you're doing okay. It's iced over out here too, but I suppose I'm in a place where that's pretty normal. It's definitely not crazy for the city of Chicago to be completely iced over. Anna, what's good? Welcome to the live stream. I don't feel like I've seen you before on the live stream. Welcome. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, Jay, I've been doing good. Disney man, 25 minutes before work. Appreciate it. That's kind of what this is for. A little bit of positivity, a little bit of smoke sesh before we all start working. I've only been up reading this morning for real. It is what it is. I haven't gotten too much done, but I'll get some done after this. Oh, shit. Since 4:30 Cali time, damn. So you've been up for a minute. Oh, you're homeschooling your son. I got you. You can't smoke and homeschool your son. I don't know. I know teachers who smoke, so I'm just curious. Or is that just because he's home or she's home and you don't want to smoke around them? I don't know. I know a lot of people are weird, feel really weird about their kids being exposed to weed and stuff like that or smelling it. When I have kids, I don't think I will be, just because it'll be normal, because it'll be the industry I'm in. But I completely respect anybody who feels like weed shouldn't be around and there's kids around. We all have. Oh, smoke break in your room. I respect that. I thought you meant a smoke break like you're not smoking. I respect it either way. But you're in your smoke room. That's live, Anna. That's live. If I was homeschooling my kids, I'd be doing the same shit. You got some Cresco live resin. I got some of this GMO live resin from All Gold Extracts. Hell yeah, Brian. Hope everybody's safe I heard like school and shit and all that stuff was canceled down there, and I'm sure a lot of work is and stuff. So if you're in Texas, I hope you're taking this day to chill out and smoke some weed if you get to stay home. Oh, I got that one from the weed box, the subscription box. I'm guessing you're saying the one next to the Reese's Puffs, the Travis Scott Reese's Puffs back there. I got you, Bleach God. I mean more like a smell. I don't really mean by like smoking next to your kid or anything like that. I don't think anybody should, but because I do realize it's different than drinking, because drinking can't be consumed in the air. You don't smoke it, and there's no smell that attaches. I got you, Anna. Well, I hope you stay healthy more often than not. For real. I really do. Running in the snow, it's been all right, Jay. I've missed this week just because it's been like bad, but once the streets clear up is the thing. The streets have even been like consumed with snow the last couple of days. But I'm gonna run today. I'll run today. I need to get at least like 4 or 5 miles in minimum. I really need like 6 because of the like I've only ran like 3 or 4 this week, but hopefully at least 4 to 5 today. Yeah, and I'll be in the industry more than likely whenever I have a child, so um, they'll definitely see it from like that perspective. And the business perspective of weed really is different from, I guess, straight up consumption. It's interesting. The business side of anything is a lot different than the straight up consumer side of it. It's 40 and windy there. Let's see. I always go by wind chill here. So wind chill here, it says it is 11. It is 11 here. And always windy. It's called the Windy City for a reason. So right, bleach. It's like that smell from that, but nothing that they could smell and people think could get them high or something, or but the example it sets is worse in my opinion, but that's all subjective. Not just from casual, but shit. That host smacked me. Nice, Willie. I think we're gonna get some flour today because I have a video I want to shoot for you guys, and because I want some flour, but and Nicole wants some too. But for now, all I have is these dabs. I don't think we're going to the dispensary though. More than likely the dealer. I only like spending like 40 on the eighth, bro. For real, and I don't know how crazy that. I might do a video about that. What is appropriate? Because I'm curious about what other people are okay spending. I'm okay spending 40 on the eighth. I will spend 50 on the eighth if that's like if it's the quality of the weed I want or a situation like there's like obviously supply and demand mean a lot, but I don't really like spending 50 on eighth. I think that's unreasonable. I can find the level of weed that I enjoy and like to smoke for $40 an eighth. And some people might be, and that's some broke shit. Some people might be like, man, that's more than I'd spend. But that's where I feel responsible and okay spending for an eighth is $40. You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious about you guys though. Bleach, I'm gonna make some tea here. I'm gonna brew some tea to get some caffeine here in a little bit. But I'm definitely gonna have some tea. 30 and eighth Quan, see that's fair. No, or not. It depends on who you are, but I would say I could do a full video about just like my consumption habits, I guess, because I might do that video soon. Actually, let me write that down. But I would say about on a typical week, Monday through Friday, close to a quarter. Close to a quarter. Yeah. Yeah, bleach. It's just that it's not really from a local grower for me. It's gonna be from Cali. It's gonna be shipped in from Cali more than likely, and now some of it can be shipped in from Michigan for a good price. But yeah, I would say my consumption is like Monday through Friday, 7 grams, and then a lot of times like probably an eighth on the weekend. Sometimes I try not to, but a couple grams on the weekend. And I am oftentimes thinking like if I was a rapper, if I was just a more famous YouTuber, really, and all my weed was free and stuff like that, because I even get whatever discounts maybe sometimes, like, but if like all my weed was free, how much would I be consuming with unlimited weed? And I think it would stay about consistent. I think it would stay about consistent. I would definitely have a couple more like fatties on like the weekend or something like that. But because the type of J I like rolling is like a small, like cigarette style J, I think that lends itself to more consumption than people who smoke vaporizers all the time, but far less consumption to somebody who feels compelled to put a gram at least in everything they roll. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think if you put a gram in everything you roll, if you smoke like 7 in the 5 days, yeah, you could have like almost like one thing rolled a day, one and maybe a bowl every single day if that's what you wanted. And that's not the case for me. I'll roll out of an eighth. I'll probably roll 6 J's, pack the vaporizer and bong like type shit multiple times. I can stretch an eighth. Maybe I could do a video about that too. I've been wanting to do book reviews still on my personal channel. I know those probably won't get a lot of traction more than likely, but I've been wanting to do some on the Grant Patterson channel. Shout out to you guys who are tuning in from there and subscribe there if you're interested. But if you're interested in like cannabis marketing, I just did a video on that. And I hope people give me a little bit of feedback because I think they're like pretty broad points, but I think that there's some things that people don't think about that are making social media content, video content for their cannabis brand. But that's neither here nor there. Regardless, my habits dictated a lot about that stuff, and that's plus the show and everything. I was like, I know how to stretch weed pretty far, and I probably get blessed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely get a few heavy eighths and stuff like that. And some weeks I ended up buying too much, but I'm not perfect. No one is, but I'm decently controlled my finances to where like money is not often just like sometimes it feels like it's flying out of my pockets, but that's just because sometimes you gotta go do like things back to back to back, and you're like, fuck, I just spent no. I'm sitting here and I'm not doing a goddamn thing today. Sometimes I'll get to that point in spending where I'm sitting here and I'm watching this Netflix that I already pay this much every day for. And I'm breathing this fucking air that I pay this much every day to heat. And I'm eating this food that I already paid for. And I'm walking on these streets that I pay taxes for. Because nothing is free. 40 in the Atlanta streets. Yeah, 40. Out here, you could find a range from like probably 25 an eighth to there's guys in the street out here pushing like $70 eighths on the street. I'm like, dispensary weed's not that bad. Like, I need trust if I'm about to pay you $70 for an eighth. Trust. And I damn near want to support you. That I'm supporting you if I buy an eighth from you for $70. You're not doing any service for me. I'm supporting you. Granny loves. Okay. Hello. What's good, Rhino? You got backed up on weed because you use your Dynavape. If you vape, you could have 6 strains and just be taking a little bit from each one and stuff like that. If that's your preferred, I am jealous of people who vaping is their preferred method. I am jealous because I'm like, good God, you can stretch that shit. I'm like, damn, I wish I loved vaping. And I like vaping. Don't get me wrong. I be hitting this dry air vaporizer like all the time. I just wish it was my preferred way. Or I even wish glass was my preferred way. It's really just that rolling up is the most expensive form of smoking for real. Depending on how much you consume. If you only consume like once a day, then rolling up's nothing. And I think about that a lot, like what the average consumer is consuming. And I would think the average weed consumer, if we're talking about people who actually consume cannabis, and it could be fucking edibles or whatever, with any type of consistency, I would say it's like once every couple days, probably. It's like on average. But I could be wrong. But I don't think the 2 times a day smoker is the average consumer out here. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. $100 quarter. I've seen that a lot around here too, Crammy. And it's like, yeah, quarters shouldn't go past. Now, I won't pay more than probably 70 usually, 70, 75. And the 5 is like, bro, that's kind of hard to get out of the ATM or get cash back. Like, we're getting in these $75. Well, I go get $75 from. I don't have no cash. You better take this 70 I got. If it's not Cash App or something like that, $75 not easy to come by. Where you go and get $75? Unless they got 50s where you're getting cash out of it. This is a Puffco. I got you, Grammy. Yeah, I consume a good amount. I consume a good amount too. I have to consume it 3 times a week, Ron. Yeah, every other couple days. That would come out to like 3 to 4 times a week. I agree. And if they're daily smokers, we could break it down even further. I think the average daily smoker is still the night smoker. What the wake and bake demographic is, that might be why it's tough for me to even do this morning show. Like, I do want to see, like, and I'm not the biggest creator or anything like that. And YouTube doesn't even show when I'm on live a lot of times. So I really need to utilize Discord better and stuff so people really can be tapped in. And the link to Discord is below if anybody's interested. But regardless, it takes time. Like, what am I saying? I'm saying that the morning is not the average time in which people are consuming weed. You know what I'm saying? I agree, Clint. I thoroughly enjoy the wake and bake. But a lot of people literally choose every day to hate the morning. Those are the people I'm just like, shit. You realize there's going to be a morning tomorrow. Like, there's like 365 mornings a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a morning, 7 days a week, there's a morning. And you hate it every time. There's something wrong with that. If you are hating anything that has to be done every day, there's a problem with that. For real. Because it's just reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're hating your personal reality. Some people choose to hate the morning every day. I feel the same way about Monday. There's 52 Mondays a year. Some people hate every Monday and like every Friday. Out of the Fridays, all 52 can't be good. So that means if the Friday isn't good, but the Monday is good, now you've been out of luck because you were hoping for the opposite, but you didn't take advantage of the good Monday. And you forced a bad Friday. I don't know. That's just kind of how I see that stuff. Like, bro, what? Like, I'm not a huge fan of the weekends, but I try to find a way to enjoy it if possible. And if not enjoy it, at least stay busy. I don't like the weekends very much though. But I've had to recognize that within myself and be like, all right, this is just treat it like any other day, you know? I got you. And I can personally say and that's wild, that's dope. That is something that can help you. But I'm probably at that point too. And I would say I don't think I have anything like severe or anything like that. But I'm glad it's helping you, Anna. But if I rolled 6 J's, like I said, they would be like small. But most days, call it like a couple for me, you know. Monday's your weekend. I got you, Jay. Yeah, I used to work in the service industry. Tuesday, Wednesday was my weekend. And I think that kind of changed my frame of mind. You know, you have to take life as it comes to you. You can't be fighting every single thing, like life gives you these out like right now you have these hours to take advantage of your free time. Use those hours in that stage of your life because nothing's permanent. And there's things that are out of our control that will change our schedules. Literally, if you work in service industry, your boss is out of your control. If they say, okay, now this week Thursday you're gonna get a Thursday break and you're gonna get a break next Tuesday, that's when the fuck you get off. And because of that, like, you better take advantage of that Thursday and Tuesday and the hours outside of when you're at work. And if you don't want to be there anymore, finding ways to change that. But attitude shifts are definitely the first step for like anything. I'm just amazed by like the choice to hate like time. Hating time is like, sheesh, you need to watch that Justin Timberlake movie. And then people didn't hate time. They actually valued it. They were literally running everywhere. I'm gonna take one more dab. Not a huge one. They've been super smooth. I think I've been hitting them on. Yeah, this is green on the Puffco. It's been nice. I'm overall chilling. They seem like a hybrid. Because it had me a little antsy for a second, but that's also just how my mornings be too. I need to run after this for real. I've been taking these just to test them out, like these THCV tablets, and those are pretty nice. They're appetite suppressants, but they also like pretty good energy boosters. I'm gonna do a video on them soon. I got you, Bleach God. That's what's up. I never dab in the morning. Sheesh. I want to do something damn near with the cannabis library. I want to do something with the books, like talk about books and stuff like that. That's gonna be my personal channel though, but it'll also be on the website. And I also want to do some shit like with running and snowboarding. But these are both things that nobody does, and most people don't even really enjoy watching. Maybe snowboarding, some people would enjoy watching, but running, people don't want to see that shit. People don't give a fuck about running at all. At all. For as many people as do it, it's still pretty niche because not that many people do it, you know. But I would like to do something like that. I would like to do like a cannabis library snowboard trip. That shit would be insane. You don't see black people doing shit like that, regardless. For one, you know what I'm saying? But smoke weed and go snowboarding with people, it sounds fun to me. I like snowboarding a lot. And I really don't know that many people that do it. I don't know that many people that can do it. I know a lot of people that want to do it, but I don't know a lot of people that can do it. So every time I go, I'm pretty much teaching people around me, you know. Tim, this is live resin, and no, it's not a new Puffco. It's GMO live resin. You thought I hadn't tried live resin before? Live resin. I used to live in Colorado, bro. I live in Chicago now. Like I be living in legal places, and I travel to them like a lot. In the cannabis space, I've tried a lot of stuff. Cause nah, I appreciate the advice. I am horrible about cleaning this Puffco. That's why literally that's why I don't like dab stuff is the cleaning. I don't like it all over my hands. I mean, obviously I need to get gloves and stuff. But I don't. That's literally the thing I'm against with the dabbing is that shit. You know, Lamar. I have my own business. I work somewhat part time for Puff Creative. It's a cannabis marketing agency out of Denver, but I just make content for them, like side content, like little motion graphics and stuff like that, you know. But I stay home and just make content all day for the most part. Either make content, write content, plan on writing content, or writing it out, or live streaming, you know, or blogging, or making Instagram content. That's what my day is filled with, for real. I got you, please God. No, I moved to Colorado to snowboard. And in college, I was like, bro, college fucking sucks. I want to learn how to snowboard. And I just got in my car and moved over to Colorado to learn how to snowboard. And I didn't move to the best place to learn, but I got to go, I don't know, 15 times. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lamar, that's nobody would buy it. You'd have to go like international at this point for if you're in the CBD game, even if you're in like the Delta 8 game and stuff like that. And I've helped some companies like Source Products. I could help somebody build a YouTube up is really what I could do. That's what I'm about to probably start offering as a service because I could help if a companies don't utilize YouTube at all. And I could that's the thing that I'm struggling with, or what I would struggle with, I already know, would be convincing a company of the usefulness of YouTube. But if I could paint that picture in a company's head, and then on top of that, I could teach them how to get a YouTube up to like 2 to 3 thousand followers, subscribers, and that means a lot on YouTube. You know, on Instagram, 2 to 3 thousand literally means nothing. It could take you years. Some people it's taking them like 2 3 years to get 2 to 3 thousand on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like legitimately. And so if you think about that, if it takes them 2 to 3 years, you could get 2 to 3 years, you could get 2 to 3 thousand on YouTube much faster, and it will be a much more loyal fan base. And YouTube utilizes Google SEO. Instagram does not. So um I guess with all this being said, these little things, the viability of YouTube with the cannabis space and stuff like that is definitely overall untapped for a lot of these companies. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of solo YouTubers like me who understand the value and have fun doing it. But a lot of these companies know nothing about social media to start out with. So they just fall into Mark Zuckerberg's hands and on Instagram thinking that that's like the best option for them. And it's actually like it's top three, you know what I'm saying? But it's not the best. Yeah, Clint. Like once you live in a legal state, I mean, you can try everything. It's also cheap, and I live in a legal state again now too. So, Jay, do I get overwhelmed by the content I'm trying to create? Um, oh no, Lamar, I'm not a social media manager. No, absolutely not. I wouldn't do that. Absolutely not. And but Jay, do I get overwhelmed? Yeah, yeah, I do get overwhelmed. And I'll come on here on live and just tell people I get overwhelmed, and then that truth comes out, and then make another video and I move past it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all have noticed, like even if I'm down, if I'm up, whatever, I'm gonna make content. That's what like the difference is. That's what content creation is for real, is being able to use those moods and still be able to make content around that mood. A lot of people are chasing happiness and they're like, I need energy to make content. No, make content about being tired. You think people watching the content always have energy? Uh, like, you know what I'm saying? People in the content don't deal, everybody thinks what they deal with is like specific to them, you know? But if you can channel what you're dealing with into your content, you can make content all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? But no, Lamar, I would just make content. I'm not, even for the company I work for, I wouldn't. They wanted me to, like. I just don't like managing social medias for other. I can teach another company how to manage their own. That's what companies need. To be honest, they need somebody to teach them how to manage their own because outsourcing content can only get you so far as a business, for real. In my personal opinion, and it's nuanced, you know, but in this developed world, in this developed world of content, a lot of people are making content that was working in like the early 2000s, and they're not abreast of new things that are happening. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not studying content creation. They're not even studying their business. Most people are studying their egos. I don't know, maybe studying the products themselves, but ego plus product, the business is going to fail, if those are the only two things that are going into that business. A lot of people don't understand what their business is and what it would take for their business to actually operate successfully. So it's just kind of those type of things. And that's what I'm gonna start making content about on my personal channel. That's what I just made this last video about on there. Just as these ideas come up and stuff like that. And it's something I see online. I'm just like, but what the fuck is this? And not that I'm just the judge, jury, and whatever, but there is some stuff that I'm just like, that's objectively wrong. You know what I'm saying? JD, he just got uninterested in doing this much. I don't know if you just heard all the stuff I say I do every day, and I've always been doing since the beginning. But like Jay asked, do you get overwhelmed making content? Making content's overwhelming for a lot of people, and it's something that is extremely time consuming. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys realize, like, all the time, think about how many hours you see me here. So it's if you see me here like for a certain amount of time, especially for a video, then double that amount of time you see me on camera, working off camera on that video, and then add another hour on that for uploading it onto the website and everything like that. And then add another 30 minutes for like brainstorming before that video. So like you have to understand like the basis like expands to where I'm not doing a lot of other things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing a lot of other stuff. And so content creators, that's why a lot of them travel and stuff like that, because they're still working, still doing that, but they have to find a way to keep it exciting. And I understand that. That's why I want to make more traveling content and stuff like that as well. It just takes time to be able to develop all the ideas that you want and be able to work smarter, not harder all the time. Sometimes there's just some things that are like objectively just you need to do this. It's smarter to do this way. But Bleach God, yeah, you can't run a new business without social media. A lot of people are trying to create a classic American business or something like that, and that's an unbelievably dumb. I mean, not insult anybody, but that's dumb. They're trying to create a business as if we're in an old U.S. landscape. A business now is a content creation company in its existence. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. And not only that, even if it's not different, it needs to be authentic. If you're consistently authentic, you don't have like some people. There are a lot of people doing the same thing, but people just vying for eyes. There's a lot of people that can win. It's not just going to be one person. Nah, that's not for me right now. I don't even like leaving my house enough for that shit. I just like coming on here, talking to you guys, probably doing a little bit more public speaking and stuff like that in the future, especially because talking about some of these content ideas and stuff. And luckily I have this stuff on video. So when I'm writing a few years and people are understanding these things, I can bring it back up on some Gary Vee shit. Yeah. You had to have a real fan base back in the day, Bleach. And a lot of, if you really read about history, like transparency has increased. In my head, I've always thought from how like people talk about it, mid 1900s was a lot different from modern day America. It wasn't. It really wasn't. Like from what I've read, obviously I wasn't there, but from what I've read in history, The types of people that have been in America have been the same since like probably like the 70s, 80s. It's just there's now a lot more cameras to show what they're doing. Even if we're talking about celebrities, like there used to just be a mystique about celebrities. People like, what happened to celebrities? Now we see them for who they truly are. Read any autobiography for your favorite celebrity. They were insane, more than likely. They treated their spouse horrible. They probably treated their kids terrible. If LeBron was doing that on Instagram right now, he wouldn't be a celebrity. He has to be a good dad. Michael Jordan did not have to be a good dad because you weren't going to see him be a dad. Who are Michael Jordan's kids? I don't know. I don't care. That dude just jumped over somebody. If LeBron jumps over somebody and then goes home and smacks his kid, we're going to see both things. Mike, you only saw one thing. I'm not saying Mike smacked his kids. But what I am saying is that, like, there was a mystique about old celebrities and old people and all this stuff. And that's what's, like, shaped this idea that we fell from some wholesome place. But now it's just all on camera. But Jordan also couldn't sell his kids. You know, Kevin Hart be having contracts for each child and his wife on Instagram. I'm already knowing this is the price for all of us as a family. Mike is just Mike. He's not selling his whole family because there's no social media to sell it all. These nuances are like the things that are interesting, you know. I feel you, please. I kick it somewhere when I need to. If I feel like there's a good reason for me to be there. Went to that concert last night, which probably was ill-advised. I don't have a ton of bread, but I need a little inspiration. It was so cheap. I was like, and it's walking distance. I'm out in Chicago, so you can walk places now. I'm used to being in Houston. I had to drive goddamn 40 minutes to go get to the concert. But I went to a comedy show last week, so I try to get out sometimes, but you're definitely not going to see me posting in no club, spending money on shit I don't care about. That's just where you won't find me. You know what I'm saying? No amount of alcohol can make me that crazy. Rico, what's good? Exactly, Tommy. All of what? I told my friend this the other day. I was like, dude, after reading all these books and shit like that of these old people, I think Facebook invented monogamy. I seriously think that Facebook is the only way that monogamy actually happened. Men used to have full families, and I'm not saying like now these celebrities have families in like other states or girls in other states. No, these people had families and they'd be on the other side of the goddamn highway, and that's where they hung out during the day, and they came home to the other family, and there was no social media that would ever connect them. Now the algorithm would punch you in the fucking face. Those women would find each other so goddamn fast, and they would collude against you and take all of everything. Not to say that they wouldn't deserve it, I guess, in that circumstance, but I'm just saying, like, that you should just be, you don't tell, I don't tell, nobody knows. Now the algorithm knows. You looked at her picture too many times. She's popping up on this girl's feed. She's doing this. Like, the algorithm will snitch on you. People actually have to be honest now. Lies used to exist. Now that lie will come up. Somebody's going to post a picture, and then they're going to see, oh, that picture is connected to here. They backtrack. Oh, they were in this place at the exact same time. Oh, I was here at that time because I have a picture in my camera roll. What? That shit is insane, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, that shit is insane. The algorithm will have you fucked up. and you don't have to be on social media. People like, I'm not even on social media. Did your friend post you in a picture on social media? Caught up. You don't have to be on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Social media is in the world. Social media is a part of the world. It is the social status of the world. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be on Bumble to get your girl lost on Bumble. You know what I'm saying? Bumble still exists. She might still be on it. Vice versa. I'm not saying this goes one way. I'm just saying that, like, there's a lot going on. Bro, people be outside making funny videos. They just got their camera video recording a stranger. In the 90s, you gonna get your motherfucking camera like this, and you were finna. This is how you were videotaping a motherfucker with the huge light flashing on the front, and that person was gonna come in. They're gonna kick you in the fucking face, break that camera, and there'd be no cameras. There'd be no other cameras in the vicinity. That one tape from that VHS goddamn video camera that just got plummeted into your face was the only camera out there. And so there is no proof. Now you just got caught on 6 Ring cameras, fucking drop kicking a camera into a guy's camera phone into his face. Good God. Now you going to jail. Don't let you have walked up onto him. They're going to get you for the premeditated assault caught via Ring camera, even though this dude was videotaping you scraping ice off of your car. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was telling my mom that the other day. I was like, today, I am telling you, is the greatest version of men this world has ever seen. And I will not hear a single thing about it. I will not hear a single thing about it. If we're talking about monogamy, relationships, stuff like that, we have birthed the most honest generation of men there will ever be, because you will get caught. Back in the day, people were not getting caught. I read this autobiography, the Sidney Poitier autobiography, and he was talking about, he's like, it's new phenomena, but like, I'm not gonna get into that because that don't even matter. But it's just new shit that's developing because of social media. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it's a thing, and it's a new nuance that is adding a lot of pressure onto a lot of things. People have to do better now. People have to be perfect. For real, like, people have to be perfect. I don't know. You watched that Tiger Woods documentary, bro went on TV, apologized to us for cheating on his wife. Nigga apologized to us. Have you talked to her? Oh my goodness. Have you talked to her? Have you apologized to her? Have you apologized to your children? He on TV apologized to reporters. Oh my goodness. Like, that shit is hilarious, bro. What's good, Cloud Shack? How you doing? That shit is hilarious. Even the nuance of sex tapes is hilarious. The fact that you recorded something that you thought was actually that important, and you just lose it, or just it just goes somewhere. You know what? And this was like a lot of this shit. I was really seeing that new show that they have on Hulu. I'm not watching that bullshit. Don't get me wrong, but I saw that it's on there. I'm like, why are we watching a show about a sex tape? Like what, Pamela Anderson sex tape or whatever. I'm like, and that's just a lot of it's about when the internet was like first breaking and shit, and that type of video content, like porn was getting on the internet and stuff like that. But it's just like, god damn, society's really changed, but it hasn't changed. It's the exact same. People are doing the exact same things they've always done. It's just on 4K now, in 4K, you know. Oh, what Tiger is? I was watching this some more stand up the other day, and she was like, Tiger Woods was a 10-figure nigga. It's currently a 10-figure nigga. Like, who out there is it a 10 figures? And I'm sorry, the fact that he said he cheated for 12 years with 13 women, that's not sex addiction. Even I think, or maybe it might have got up to like 16. That's not sex addiction. And it is cheating, but it's not sex addiction. That's what 1.4 a year. That's sex addiction. One for a 10-figure. This man has $1 billion, and they're saying having sex with 1.4 women a year is sex addiction. Are we even humans? Like $1 billion. He has $1 billion and sleeping with 1.4 women a year is sex addiction. Like, think about that. $1 billion? That's not sex addiction. It really isn't. They're literally broke niggas sleeping with way more women. And so it's just the nuances of this world are crazy. How I got into this conversation, I guess this is just what I felt like talking about on this Friday morning. That's what these live resin dabs brought out. But he was the first billionaire athlete. Yeah, he was the first one. And then people caught him. But still, he's like amongst the richest still. He literally made golf a popular sport. Oh, for sure. No. He's more dominant than all of them. He's more dominant than all of them. Like the run that Tiger Woods had when I was a kid. People don't have runs like that in sports. You know, the only thing that we've seen rivaling that for real, like the three-peat with the Bulls with Jordan is like they're on par with it. Not really quite on par because no, Jordan revolutionized the sport too. He revolutionized the media of the sport, the playing of the sport. No, he made it a more athletic game too. So I guess that's like Jordan and then Tom Brady. Those are like some of and then like Serena. Like there's only a couple people and then Floyd, I guess. No, Tommy, he just has $1 billion. Is it not okay to say that billionaires are allowed to cheat? Considering there's less than 500 of them on Earth, if they're the only 500 people that are allowed to cheat, men and women, they're allowed to do what they want to do because they have $1 billion. In my personal opinion, but maybe I'm seeing that the wrong way. They have $1 billion. Like what they say goes. And a lot of stuff, they have like $1 billion. Well, huh? Richer than Brady. Tom Brady does not compare to Tiger Woods in wealth. When Tiger Woods got divorced from his wife, he gave his wife $750 million. If Tom Brady got divorced from Giselle, Giselle would pay him. Giselle richer than Tom Brady. No, he gave his wife 750, bro. You know, so no, Tiger has a different type of money. Tiger money is different money. You know, Tiger money, different money. If y'all don't know about Tiger Woods. But I don't have too much else to say. I've been on here a fucking hour. I did not expect to be on here this long. Yeah, it says right now Tiger Woods' net worth is $800 million. He makes $50 million a year. So he gave away $750 million, and he's back up to $800 million. That's why he gave it away. He said, have it. Take it. And he gave her a crib because they have kids. I think she won. He got embarrassed on national TV and had to go apologize. And he still has everything he had before. I don't know. It's an interesting argument, though. $1 billion is a lot of money. Now he has 800 million. If having 800 million means if he wanted $1 billion, he could have $1 billion. I don't want $1 billion right now. It's crazy to think that he still makes $50 million a year and he doesn't win anymore. Really, actually shows you how dominant he was. Truly shows you how dominant he was. But I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with me.